Everyone, my name is Deli. So I'm going to be speaking about two diverse immigrant families and how I would facilitate a parent-teacher conference with each of them. So my first family, the mother is of French-Italian descent. She has spent most of her life in Italy and she speaks French and Italian. The father is of Brazilian descent. He speaks Portuguese, but when he was an adolescent, he moved to Italy, so he speaks Italian as well. The parents speak Italian at home, and they speak very little English. So when preparing for this conference, I have to look for a translator. I don't speak any of those languages. So the translator can be a teacher, someone provided by the school or the district, or someone that the parents can provide, or a friend of theirs. So with the help of the translator, I can communicate more effectively with the parents. We can come up with an agreement as to what time and date is best for them, the translator and myself. So the next step would be to complete some research on the family. However, this family is extremely diverse all across the board, so it's going to be a little difficult to see what they would actually be like. So I would take all this information with a grain of salt. When preparing for the conference, I'm a huge advocate for binder portfolios. It's a great way to show authentic progress. So you put in important assignments, artwork, observations, checklists, any assessments done. So it's a really good visual for the parents of something very tangible. I believe in all these meetings is very important not to be overly excited or stern. You have to make sure that the environment is very comfortable. So because I don't know the past experiences that the child has had or the parents have had, so we have to try to be understanding. So the first day of the meeting, I'll be sure to provide refreshments, snacks. Being that this family is diverse and I can't really trust research too much, I will have to pay attention to body language and their family dynamic. Does the father lead? Does the mother lead? Or do they work together? I usually like to have the students sit out for the first half of the meeting. They can use a computer, they can read. And so when the parents go through the information and I talk to them, and if they get some bad news or something, they don't automatically backlash on the child. I can talk them through it and we can process the information and then bring the child in. So I will begin the conference with something positive, how they're getting along with their peers, their English is improving. I then ask the parents about themselves and their child. How are they adapting to the school, if they have any concerns. And then I would introduce a portfolio. I would go over the items of the portfolio, the assignments. What was the assignment on? What did we do? What did we learn? How did the child do? Then the assessments. How was it conducted? Why is it conducted? What does it measure? What are the results? Are there any concerns? Now, if the child is showing really good improvement, then I will tell the parents that there really is no concern and that we should continue doing what we're doing, them and me. Now, if the child's progress is very minimal, then I would tell the parents not to worry, because this is what this meeting is for, in order to figure out a best way to follow up and help the child improve. So I would have to ask them what's the best method that they think would work for their child. At the end of the day, they know their child more than I do. So now this is when I would include the child in the meeting. This is when we all together come up with a plan. Extra practice, tutoring, how about we cut off on the sports and we spend more time doing homework, anything like that. So we will set a goal, the steps taken in order to meet up with that goal. How long do we think it's going to take? And then I would ask for a follow-up meeting. We would set it up then and there, since we're all there. And then at the end of the meeting, I would end it with another positive thing. They're very helpful in the classroom, where math is their best subject, so that's nothing we have to worry about. I'd also tell the parents that this is what I'm here for, in order to help them, and we work together to help the child do better. Now, my second family, the mom is from Malaysia, so she speaks Malaysian and Cantonese. The father is from Vietnam, and he speaks Vietnamese and Cantonese, and they speak very minimal English. This family dynamic is different from family one. Family one was super diverse, so I wasn't really sure what the situation is. But here in family two, I know that it is not odd for the man to take the reins in meetings such as this. So just as family one, I would need a translator. Luckily, my best friend, who's also a teacher, is actually fluent in Cantonese. So if I need any help, I can ask her or get a teacher from the school or a friend of theirs that they feel comfortable with. So I know through research I can't be explosive with my mannerisms. I have to be a little more calm, and they're likely not going to talk about their home life, so not to push the issue. My preparation process would be the same: contact the translator and the family, conduct my research, make sure the portfolio is up to date, and provide refreshments and snacks. So with this family, I imagine they might want their child to sit with them from beginning to end of the meeting. If not, same thing, have the child sit out half the meeting, then they can come in. I would always start off with a good note. What area their child is performing well. Let's say it's reading, their child is doing great, there's no worries there. I will show them their child's portfolio. Once again, explain the classwork, show the assessments, why they're conducted, how they're done, what's important, what are the results. And if the child needs to make improvements, I would ask the parents what they think is the best method. Probably I would have to address the father, since the mother usually sits in the passenger seat. So same thing, we will set up a goal. What steps do we take to get to that goal? Set up a follow-up meeting. If they're comfortable with me providing extra help, or if they want to look for outside help, I will end the meeting with something good once again. The child is the best reader in the classroom, that they help so much around the classroom, that they're one of the best behaved children. Then I would ask the parents if they have any other concerns, how I can help them, and for them to consider me a partner in their child's education and someone that's there to help them, not go against them.